America, America, how y'all doing? Who wants to learn? Yeah, I like learning. I love information, especially good information, right? Misinformation is poor information. Might as well, it's terrible. But I got some great information for you guys. And it may be something that you know, and it may be something that you don't. So I want to talk about protein and the different types of protein that we can take and, how it affects the body. And so we all know that whey protein is a very, very complete protein. I think it's actually over 130% complete, meaning that it has 133% of the amino acids that it takes to create a complete protein. So over the full spectrum, right? Very, very complete. Whey protein is also fast digestive, right? So we have enhanced absorption 25 to 30 minutes after we work out. And so our body is able to readily use a bunch of protein and nutrients. And so our body will break it down and use it faster after we work out. That's why we drink fast digested protein post-workout, because our muscles are wanting protein to recover. And we drink the fast digestive whey and boom, we're good to go. So the protein in meat, right? So we're going to talk about the protein in meat. That is also very fast digestive. Now, if you're going to eat ground beef, the protein in the ground beef is about 70% usable in the body. So what does that mean? If you eat a steak or some ground beef or some red meat that has, in your serving has 40 grams of protein, or let's just make it even. It's got 50 grams of protein. Well, your body's only going to be able to use about 70% of that. So 70%, that's about 35 grams of protein. So even though you're intaking 50, your body's actually only able to use about 35 grams of protein. And it is fast digestive, meaning that your body rapidly uses it. As soon as you digest the meat, the proteins are utilized by the body. So what else do we got? Well, I know that a lot of people are sensitive to dairy, and so they do not like whey. Well, what kind of options do we have? Well, plant protein is really not as good of an option because it isn't as complete. But you can create plant protein to be complete by taking an incomplete protein and another incomplete protein and mixing them. So one of the big proteins out there is hemp protein right now. You guys, from an amino acid profile, it's terrible. It is very unusable by the body. I do not recommend hemp protein for building muscle. So if you are dairy sensitive and you are looking for another option, what can we use? Pea protein mixed with rice protein makes a very complete protein and is just about as effective as whey protein for building muscle. So if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, or you're looking for an alternative source of protein besides whey, let's mix rice and pea protein together. So that leads me to slow digestive protein. So we have casein and egg protein. So I already said, as far as from a food, egg is the most complete spectrum of amino acids. It's the most complete protein on the planet. Now, why is that beneficial? Well, because you're going to use 100% of it. Your body is going to use all of it. 7 grams of protein per egg. So 3 eggs is 21 grams of complete protein. Well, if you're really trying to build muscle and build size, a lot of people will drink casein protein in the evening. Why? Because casein protein, unlike whey protein, is fast digestive or slow digestive, right? So it gets and it clumps up into your stomach and sits in there and it breaks off piece by piece, and your body is able to utilize that for 4 to 5 hours, and it's amazing. So casein is remarkable, but it's very unclean and it's got a bunch of hormones in it, and it's very hard to find grass-fed. So casein protein is amazing for building muscle, but you must be careful. I would only use casein when you're trying to put on muscle, when you're bulking. I would not use it in your regular thing. The other thing that you can do to enhance protein synthesis is that in between meals, drink BCAAs, right? Branched chain amino acids, and those will help the incomplete proteins become more complete in the body. So we've got all these different types of proteins and how they're utilized. Well, a lot of people, this is a much better option if you're focused on your health than casein, is egg protein. So egg protein is actually slow digestive too, and it's actually slower digestive than casein. So if you eat an egg, over the next couple hours, your body is going to slowly start to utilize that, giving your body protein, creating protein synthesis in the body so that you can continue to build more muscle. Okay? Egg protein over casein, but both of them do the same things. So when we are focusing on our protein intake, so many people just focus on grams, but really we should be focusing on what types of proteins are we taking in? Are we taking fast digestive as well as slow digestive proteins? Are we continually feeding our body proteins, or is it utilizing all the protein right away, and we're not, then we're starved of it for a few hours? So that is what I have to talk to you guys about protein. And so, again, just to recap, whey protein is fast digestive. The protein in beef is fast digestive, right? The proteins in eggs are slow digestive. The protein in casein is slow digestive. We want to mix a fast digestive and slow digestive protein. Again, ground beef, 70% absorbable by the body. Eggs are closer to 100%. Whey is closer to 100%. So we want to make sure that, our body is utilizing all the nutrients that we're putting in to repair the body and give us energy to live a high quality of life. If we are not focused on this, we're going to either consume too little or too much, and it is going to directly impact our goals. This is Tyson James Lee, reminding each and every one of you to be about that action, boss.